Hello, welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm
And
Cheryl,
I'm Sherry.
and we're here to encourage someone. Look, you've already gotten the plan, right?
Okay.
So why not put it in action
Okay.
so that you can enjoy?
So in other words, work.
Right,
Right.
work
Okay.
it,
Work it. Work
work
it.
it.
Work
Yes,
it.
because I'm gonna tell you what, we all know this. This only happens in fairy tales, and,
Okay.
and something happens in an instant.
Okay.
Abracadabra,
Okay.
genie lamps,
Okay.
rubbing those
And
genie
you let.
lamps, or waving that magic wand.
Okay.
It only works in fairy tales, right?
Right.
And you know what we try to do?
What's that?
Snapping that finger. Look,
No,
it doesn't work.
no,
Look,
that doesn't
how
work
how many
either.
times you think we just think we can or wish,
Wish.
blowing out the
Right. The
birthday
birthday
the
candle.
birthday candles?
Mm-hmm.
We make that wish.
Right. But it takes a little bit more
It,
work than that.
yeah, it takes a little more than that because look, even with that, you still have to have the faith that that's gonna
Exactly.
come to pass, right?
That's so true.
But even with that, I know faith without works is what?
Plum dead.
Plum dead,
Plum
right?
dead.
So
Right.
so you have to
Have
to
to.
have put that plan into action,
Right.
plan into work, right?
Make it work. Make it work. Like you just said, the fairy tales, we've read them. We've seen the fairy tale movies.
Mm-hmm.
And we've even sang the songs.
Mm-hmm.
Does not work. I mean, it takes a little bit more than just that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to put in the work. And then in the spiritual side of it, on Proverbs 24 and 27, it
Mm-hmm.
says, prepare thy work without. And you mentioned planning at the beginning.
Right?
That's planning.
That's planning.
So develop a plan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and make it fit for thyself in the field. So you've already planned it, plan to work and work the plan. That's what you have to do.
Okay.
And afterwards, build thine house. So that plan sitting up there on the night table, that plan sitting on the table, that plan sitting in that notebook, or that
Mhm.
plan that you've actually went into your laptop or your desktop, written it up, and it's just there. That's it. It's
That's
just
it. That's
there.
the plan.
It's doing you no good.
Mhm.
Just sitting there. So put these
One
plans
day I
into
will.
action.
One day I will.
Right.
Look now.
Right. Now should be your time to
Mhm.
do it, because that plan, that business ain't going to get started without you planning it.
Mhm.
You can have an engagement for 20, 30, 40, 50 years,
Mhm.
but until you put those engagement plans into motion,
Okay.
you won't have that wedding
Okay.
that you want, that you so desire.
Mhm.
That education that you keep saying, I'm gonna go, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go. I have my transcript, I have my sealed transcript, but until you put that
Mhm.
into motion, that plan into motion,
Okay.
it's just that, a plan. And again, don't let your plans just die.
And I'm even going to take it back to the scripture you just read.
Okay.
Because it said specifically, build thine house.
Build.
So I don't
you
know
have
who
to
that's
do.
for.
Okay.
Get that house.
Right.
Get that house.
Okay.
Right.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
Simple as
it's
that.
as simple as
It's
that. Get that house. Like,
Mhm.
we can look at scripture and we can make that scripture fit for us.
Exactly.
So even take that personal. Somebody needs to take it personally. Build thine house, right?
Exactly. So prepare everything you need to do to get that house, get that credit straight, get that down payment ready. You know what?
Hold on,
I heard today though. Wait, a lot of banks nowadays are only requiring 0 or 1% down.
Okay.
Surely you have that, because if you've been wanting this house, surely you've done some saving.
Okay.
Again, planning.
Right.
Okay.
Planning. And let me go ahead and in working. Look, part of
Mhm.
that action is I'm gonna take it back too, sister. Prepare thy work without.
Okay.
So preparing that work without planning,
Mhm.
and then make it fit for thyself in the field.
Okay.
Can I jump over here? I'm because this right here is in my spirit for someone too. So when that plan, in making that plan, you even have to prepare yourself. Physically, you're already.
Okay.
But you have to prepare yourself mentally,
That's so
right?
true. Right.
Mentally
That's so true.
and emotionally
Okay.
to be, to be ready to do the work for whatever it is.
Oh,
You
give it to
have
'em,
to
sister.
look.
Give it
So
to
on
'em.
the outside, prepare thy work without.
Mhm.
On the outside, sometimes our face tells a lot,
That's
right?
so true. Right.
So we have to even check our own attitude, check
Mhm.
ourselves,
Okay,
right?
give it to
So
'em.
work on
Mhm.
that. I don't
Mhm.
know who that's for, because that's not even where I was going with that.
Okay.
But work on yourself.
Okay.
Work on that attitude.
Okay.
Good or bad, work on that attitude, right?
Right. Wow.
Don't be. Sometimes we're so nonchalant. Sometimes you don't even need to be nonchalant.
Okay.
You need to have some care and some oomph
Okay.
about yourself, right?
Okay. I'll give it to him.
Okay. So yeah. So not only physically working,
Okay.
mentally,
Okay.
emotionally,
right.
and one more, socially.
Okay,
socially,
that's so true.
Right? Sometimes people are so caught up in themselves, or so look that what's the word I'm trying to say? Look at me snapping my finger.
Self-absorbed. You just proved the point.
It doesn't work. It'll help me. Help me say what I need to say. But socially awkward. Sometimes people are so socially awkward that they miss out on so many opportunities,
things,
right?
So many opportunities.
So when you're working without, that's what that means. Working on yourself, right?
Exactly. Oh, help somebody.
Yeah. So I don't know who it was for, but I hope you receive it.
Okay.
Right.
All right. And then after you prepare it, put that thing into action and go get it.
Go get it. It's just that simple. Go get it.
Go get it. Let's
go
look.
Go ahead, because I was going to start preaching because you have not, because you asked not on that part, right? So you got to come out of that socially awkwardness and say what you need, right?
Exactly.
Ask for it.
Go get it. Go get the work. You planned it. Don't let those plans just die.
Okay.
Don't let them just
all right.
be that. Go. All right. So let's end it there.
Okay. Let's go ahead and
we always do. You're going to get our commercial.
Go ahead and like us.
Okay. Share us.
Talk to us.
Talk to us. And then
hit that subscribe button, right? And then mosey on over. Thank you. Look, the main commercial, right?
Right.
Thank you for those who have helped us, right? Helped us build, right?
Exactly.
So thank you for those of you who have purchased the book, and for those of you who haven't, please change your mind and start working and building, helping us build, right?
Exactly. We're calling on you. Look, we have our plan in action, and we've already done the work, so we're helping to build. But anyway, we just hope and pray that you guys have an awfully, awfully, awfully blessed night.
Good night.